students. You know, I got an email from an individual in the community insisting that there's no school-to-prison pipeline in Olympia. No, you can't see it, but it exists. And, you know, a statement from him stating that there are only 12 juveniles in our detention center. If that were true, that's probably because there are no SROs in schools in Olympia. So the same argument could be had. You know, add them so they can increase arrests, so they can harass students. No, that's not what we need. And, you know, again, this falls on the district, it falls on the school board. And I know we're going to have a current school board member, my case may come up in a minute, but I need you guys to show up at school board meetings and continue to put pressure on these board members who at one point on their platform said that they were against SROs. And now all of a sudden, when there's an election, they support SROs again. It's political for them. They don't care about the safety of students. They care about getting reelected, because that's exactly what happened. You know, at that meeting that you guys referred to. So what I want to hear from you guys is what we can do as adults to support you guys. I know that no matter what, as long as I'm on the board, I will not be voting in favor of SROs, never have, never will. But I also will not stay on that committee to make the procedures, because I think it's already biased. They know that they're going to implement police, and they're trying to confuse and trick the public. I'm not going to stay on that committee. They're not going to use me to make a procedure for police officers in schools. They shouldn't be there. So, yeah, I'm not going to be on that committee. And, you know, fuck the police.
I don't have a very long speech, but I still have words to bear with me. I pretty long to do that. Hello, everybody. I'm Julian. I founded Abolish OSD and have been organizing in district since my freshman year. I've been back after high school in the last 2 years, including local walkouts. And I also founded the student anarchist organization, the Scene Abolish OSD. I'm here today to represent the interests of Black and minority students that are all across the district. I'm not saying every single Black student is but I'm saying it's not the fact that they can be impacted by politics like anybody else. Now, their voices need to prioritize conversations surrounding police officers, much more than any conservative white parent on page. The district is not that bad. What the district has done instead is ignore the facts and be continuously disingenuous to every single marginalized student who had even a glimmer of hope for this terrible bucket district. They put our lives in danger as to say they don't care about us, but we're here right now because we will not stand for that, and our voices must be heard. Fuck the board members who spearheaded this bill. Fuck any school administration supporting these kids, and fuck the OSD. The opinions of every white parent will never become more important than our voices when it comes to our lives. The facts have always been and always will be with us, and these people need to be told they are fucking wrong so they endanger more of us. Thank you.
I'm a newly elected school board member for District 2. I want to say yes. Look at all of you right now. This is power, and this is beauty. And I'm wearing a shirt today that says you are enough. Your voices are enough. You as people are enough. And the school district sometimes says you're not enough. And it's not true. And as long as I am on the board, those voices, your voices will always be enough to you. So I want to set that.
Why would you use your child in such a manner?
There's also
Why are you filming a bunch
folks out there saying that a number of people who do not
I'm filming
want
an
SROs
elected
of
official
students not wanting
speaking
SROs
publicly at the
is
city
small.
hall.
And that is also not true. And even if it was a smaller number, even if it was, it still matters for the most marginalized voices not being heard and not being cared for, and space not being given.
Yeah, let me know if I'm not giving you space.
You're a guy. Sorry, I got a little nervous. And so, I think the most important thing that I want you to know is I will always be an ally to you. I want you to email me. I want you to reach out. Okay? And as long as I am on the board, I will not be saying yes to SROs. Okay? You have the power.
This is the city hall. This is an elected official speaking. This is a publicly advertised event.
I know, but I'm just asking you.
Well, my question to you is, why do you want to know that if you understand this is a public place, a public event, and an elected official is just spoke outside of City Hall?
Have to tell me.
I think you're being a provocateur.
No, I'm just here supporting their
I don't think
message.
you're being honest. You don't want to know who I am.
No, I actually do. Are you in support of SROs in schools or not?
Do you want to hear the speakers? Because I do.
But I don't want anybody here intimidated by you. And you seem to be intimidating a lot of people.
My presence is non-negotiable, and their feelings are not considered.
My name is Alex. I'm a member of the Revolutionary Education Bistro at Olympia, USA. So, on October 7th, the world saw a heroic struggle by Palestinian people to tear down the walls of the world's largest open-air prison, and they continue to fight tooth and nail for their liberation against the genocidal onslaught by the Israeli army. Incidentally, 40% of Palestinians are under the age of 14, making Gaza not just the largest open-air prison, but the world's largest juvenile detention center. And over this past weekend, hundreds converged on Atlanta to renew the fight against Cop City, the grotesque monument to counterinsurgency that the state wants to erect on the corpse of the Ilani Forest. Boo! Now, what do these two things have in common? And why am I bringing them up when we're here to talk about getting the cops out of the schools? It's simple. It's because they're the same damn struggle. Policing and the racist terror the pigs enact on our communities are a reflection of the colonial brutality U.S. imperialism commits worldwide, of the crimes against humanity we saw in Iraq, Afghanistan, El Salvador, Vietnam, and anywhere else you can imagine. And through programs like the Georgia International Law Enforcement Exchange, American police work with the Israeli military to strengthen occupation, whether it's Atlanta or East Jerusalem. The origin of policing in this country is twofold and simple: slave catching and strike breaking. The purpose of the police is not public safety. It's not anything to do with protecting our communities, let alone helping students. And fundamentally, the state itself is an apparatus of violence. This is an organization meant to maintain systems of property and power that...
There's been an escalation in tactics to obstruct my recording of the audio of the speakers here.
So I don't have all that much more to say other than,
Rex bought a sound bar and brought it down. Maybe he had it laying around his apartment.
Imperialist war, the struggle against policing, all of these struggles and working with oppressed people worldwide, and also, by young people.
Don't obstruct my
autonomy,
travels.
Not have the
Don't obstruct me, sir.
that is just fundamentally fucking inhuman.
You want to get close with me?
Fuck the police.
You want to give me a hug?
Capital of the state. Free Palestine. Death to U.S. imperialism. Thank you very much.
This is a publicly advertised protest at the City Hall of Olympia, Washington. We have Jess, I don't know her name, Palumbo, I think. She was just elected on the Olympia School Board. She just spoke. So this is the City Hall of Olympia, Washington, with just elected officials speaking. at a publicly advertised event. The provocations here are intended to get a reaction from me. I think they're trying to block me from getting the audio, but they're also trying to get a reaction that they can hang upon their narrative that somehow filming this public protest at the City Hall with elected officials speaking at it is filming children in a provocative way. There's a variety of tactics on display right now.
My parents are cousins. I'm gonna cry. Oh no. I'm gonna cry. Oh no. Your child is gonna cry. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I can't wait to get the footage from that camera right there in a public records request and compile it with the footage I have from both cameras and that my friend has. Big Red over there filming. We got Chud here in the back getting swamped by the Lil Tykes of Abolish OSD and associated political action and agitation fronts.
I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch. Yes, bitch. I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch. I'm a pussy ass bitch. Do you like sandwiches with lunch meats on them? Do you like sandwiches with lunch meats on them? Do you like sandwiches with lunch meats on them? Do you like sandwiches with lunch meats on them? Sandwiches with lunch meats on them. Do you like them? Yes or no? Do you like them? Do you like them? Do you like sandwiches with lunch meats on them? Do you like sandwiches with lunch meats on them? Do you like sandwiches with lunch meats on them? Do you like sandwiches with lunch meats on them? A study published last August by the Do you like potatoes that have lunch meats? Do you like sandwiches and lunch meats on them? Do you like to eat sandwiches when they have lunch meats on them specifically? Specifically, do you like lunch meats? My name is Chad. I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch. Do you like to eat sandwiches with lunch meats on them? Do you like to eat sandwiches with lunch meats on them? I put up shitty posters downtown. Please tell me, do you like sandwiches with lunch meats on them? Sandwiches with lunch meats on them? Do you like to eat them? Do you like to eat sandwiches with lunch meats on them? Do you like to eat them? Do you like to eat sandwiches with lunch meats on them? Do you like to eat sandwiches with lunch meats on them?
Let me through. You're letting me through.
You have a way right over there.
You brought a baby and used it as a weapon to deflect me. I don't think you have room to speak, man.
All right. Keep going. Get on out.
Why did the school board come?
Please don't touch me.
Nobody's touching
Why
you.
aren't they listening to student voices? I've been to many equity meetings in my 3 years of high school, and there was a recent equity meeting at my school where a board representative came to the equity meeting. I was talking to students after, and many students felt like we were trying to talk to them and they felt like their voices were ignored. The school board should be asking for student voices as this directly affects us.
Hi there. I'm not a minor. I'm an ally.
They're ignoring us.
This is the City Hall at a publicly advertised event with elected officials speaking at it. I'm
She's a minor. She's not an elected official.
at the City Hall speaking at an event with elected officials speaking at
This
it.
is a minor girl. Yeah, you are getting kind of creepy.
Oh, so you're trying to...
You know that these are minors, so go away.
So this is a event that has a school board member, someone who was running for school board that wasn't elected, and a number of students from the local school district speaking about student resource officers.
In front of people's faces instead of being where you can record it in a respectful manner. So why don't you back up?
No, see, this is American soil, so I can be here recording
not
in a respectful
in
manner
the faces
under my
of
terms.
minors while I'm
You
here.
don't get to determine how the First Amendment is applied.
I do. I get to make sure you're not any closer to these kids than you already are. You have
This
creep.
is the City Hall.
You're so obsessed with filming kids, and it's disgusting. Back off.
But on the time I'm filming this close to that,
General
Back
election
off.
right here.
I don't want SROs. It's students all throughout.
I'm at an event with a PA and an appointed and an elected official speaking about student resource officers. There are a number of ostensibly students here speaking, and also apparently minors. I don't see a lot of people without masks, and I'm not here to film minors, but there may be minors here at this protest that is at the City Hall with elected officials that was publicly advertised. So you don't get to determine my conduct. You don't get to determine the terms in which we interact in this space. This is public space, and I have rights, and you're not going to impact it. So you can do that. That's fine.
Do you recall talking all that shit about me?
I remember our Facebook conversation. I have all the screenshots.
So how about this? How about this?
I'm not going to fight you.
I challenge you to a fight. Do you accept, or are you a pussy?
That's a dialectical framing, and I will enter it and be a pussy under your definition of non-combatant. I will be a non-combatant, and I will use language and seek dialogue, and you have defined that as being a pussy.
Well, you said yourself that you wanted to fight me.
I don't remember saying that.
And I'm telling you that I gladly accept this
I have all the
challenge.
screenshots. I'm pretty sure I didn't say I wanted to.
No, you said it in the video.
Oh man, I don't think I said that in the video.
You said it in the video.
Oh man, I don't think I did. But let's say I did.
Let's say it was a bitch.
I don't think I did. So
Let's say you did, but you don't think you did. Okay, so let's say you did. Let's say you did.
let's say I said something I didn't,
say you
and
did.
then you want to fight me over it.
You're goddamn right.
I'm getting bitched out by a bunch of kids.
They have literally sent their best,
I'll take this out and put it out.
and that's what we have.
I don't need this. I'll take all this out.
Man,
I'll beat you with my hands.
Hello, my name is Mary Bent. I work
And
not
for
interested in
what you
violence.
said about these folks here.
which stands
I'm not
for
interested in
Parents
violence.
Organizing
These here
for
are good
Economic Rights.
tax-paying people.
We are an
I'm not interested in violence.
organization, thank you.
I wonder why the fuck you here.
Led by low-income parents.
All that shit you been talking about
Dialogue.
me. All that shit you been talking about me.
Marginalized
Hey, you know I'm gonna show up.
including the unhoused community, disabled people, justice system impacted people, the LGBTQ plus community, and people of color.
What's your real name, Charles?
I belong to. You're all too familiar with the school-to-prison pipeline and how that threatens our children's safety and future.
This guy really wants to get violent.
Let me ask you a question.
How many
people
years,
actually give a
is
fuck?
he, sir? How many years in the penitentiary?
How many? We're,
How many years in prison have you been?
We know that there are
Zero.
You pick up the violent conduct from the streets in your upbringing?
demonstrated by Olympia.
You see that racist shit, right?
When they fatally shot Timothy Green. What happens
Is it,
when we
am I
drop these
racist
city
because
public schools?
I'm calling you
because
out for
because
your
it's
violent
because black
proclivities?
people have to be violent.
No, because you're
In the
violent.
police presence.
You're goddamn right.
Yeah, so you're
Studies have shown
violent,
that
Yes,
black
and I'm calling you
students
out for being
are
violent
violent,
against idiots.
and you're
And
using
disabled
your
students
black
are
skin as a
displayed
cover
twice the rate
for me
of
calling out your
non-disabled
violence,
peers.
and I'm not going to fall for that.
That's according to the
I'm using my black skin?
No, according to the
Yeah,
U.S.
see, when I
Department
said
of Justice, with the
you got your
Antifa
violent
because of
proclivities
the
likely from prison or from your upbringing, you said that.
So you accept that, assuming that black folk go to prison?
No, I'm assuming that
No,
you
you
went to
said that,
prison.
assuming that black folk go to prison.
No, you. You're not black folk. You're you.
Yeah? I am black folk.
You are a black person, and I'm not talking about any other black person when I'm talking to you. I'm only talking to you.
Let me ask you a question.
To drop out of school and put them at
Do you have anything relevant to say to anybody? Do you know how many people actually watch your shit? Not many.
Oh yeah,
You're a
very
fucking
few.
joke. You're a joke. You're one of them kids that sits in their closet. I'm going to be a great rapper someday. With 5 listeners.
I typically put a clown nose on to try to tell you that I am a joke.
That's
enough said. Enough said. You're a
So
fucking
you
joke.
did pick up on the joke.
for issues that have nothing to do with classroom safety.
The man
SROs in schools,
who wants to beat me up said that I'm a joke. He picked up on the clown nose.
History of traumatizing disabled students. And what we all know about police
You got anything better to do?
people of color.
There's some lovely restaurants right around the corner.
We know that if we put police officers
How about you go get food instead?
our most
You can go ahead and call it
marginalized
cut. Call it cut and beyond.
The idea of having
You don't
police officers
determine my
patrolling the
conduct.
halls where my grandchildren
You
attend
don't
school
determine my
personally
conduct.
No,
terrifies
I'm
me.
telling you your conduct.
And the thing they want SROs in schools for is safety, but it
I
doesn't
am.
keep kids safe at all.
I
We
am.
know from incidents like Uvalde,
You know how
where a
good
total
pepper
of
gel feels?
376 officers stood outside for 1 hour and 17 minutes while an 18-year-old gunman went on a shooting rampage.
And you ran like a pussy at the Capitol when they were still marching down the road. That was a funny fucking video. You ran like a little
Only one
bitch.
person there went
You ran
inside
like
to
a
save a
bitch.
kid. A mom who broke the
We
rules
clicked
and
out a
went
small
inside and
section of
choose
it
her
in
child
that
herself.
viral in that.
Hey, guess how many people were actually anywhere near you?
Educators and school bus
5.
drivers, our tax money.
Yeah.
would be better
Including the one who
spent
assaulted
on
me.
Including the one that was recording you. Oh, you got assaulted, you ran like a little bitch.
Police officers in schools
From the Capitol.
are not a substitute
We'll determine
for
that through video evidence.
All you had to do was stand there
What keeps our
long
kids
enough for
safe
that
is
cop that was at the top of the
trauma-informed
steps to respond to
educators.
it. There was a
What
cop at
keeps
the
our
top of the
kids
steps the
safe
whole
is
fucking
a
time.
school experience that is not traumatizing.
Less meat sandwiches?
What keeps our kids safe is gun control. What keeps our kids safe is a social safety net that supports the needs of kids and families. What keeps our kids safe is when teachers have the resources they need to do to keep
Your
their
breath
jobs.
smells like shit.
I stand with and Power stand with OSU students on this. All they're asking for is to be safe. You're really obsessed with
He's gonna be jacking in this later.
What other videos would
He's shaking hella hard. He's shaking hella hard. Must be an earthquake. Oh, we can call it a chudquake.
I am shaking quite a bit.
Log of our faces so you can come find us.
I'm not going to justify my tremors to
I've
you.
loved to be here and been a student for all my life. I've been in the school system and have had the pleasure of not having to walk the halls knowing that I could be stopped because I was profiled, because I was mistaken for another person, or simply because they behaved in a way that did not align with what people perceive as normal. I, like every other child out in the world deserves, was able to learn and grow in a school environment that was not policed. However, due to the excessive fear of parents and impulsive board.
Oh, I'm beautiful. I know I love to be filmed. Go ahead, take my picture too.
I would have to walk around the halls of my school, knowing that there are individuals there who work hardest to arrest.
Your hands are shaking like a bitch.
Individuals there who are beaten down on my team simply because they're on hardship. It's not right. It's not okay. How is it that we can afford to hire all of these SROs, including the non-kids and surplus funds that we have? How is it that we can close multiple schools?
Does this make you feel uncomfortable? It should. This should make everyone feel uncomfortable.
How is it that we can look to all of these?
However, I, on the other hand, love to be filmed. I love it. I love it, darling. Hey, tell you what, hey, you know you got a real pretty mouth. You do, you got a real pretty mouth. Hey, there's a cubby hole right over there. Let's go ahead and take you around the corner, you that pretty mouth. Huh?
Where we do not feel like we are being...
You love to be here talking all that crazy
people
shit.
looking to make arrests or fill out quotas. Okay?
You love to show up anytime it's the LGBTQIA plus or minors.
I believe I now remember when I challenged you to a fight. I didn't challenge you to a physical fight, I challenged you to a rap battle. But you didn't want to take it because I'm a troglodyte, apparently. And troglodytes can't rap.
That's goddamn right. You are a mutant. That is goddamn right.
Some people are too scared to hold the cipher, you know?
And two people.
Oh, contact made.
I don't give a shit.
I know you don't, dude. I know you.
What you gonna do about it?
I'm not gonna do anything.
I'll make all the contact. I'll give you a hug too.
Please don't touch me. Hey, don't touch me. Get your hands off me.
Come on, give me a hug. Come on, I'm trying to put that pretty little mouth to some use. Come on, give me a hug.
Come on.
You touch my kafir one more goddamn time, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Don't touch me. You're not gonna provoke me to
You gonna go
violence.
against my religion and touch my shit? You Islamophobic now too?
I'm not gonna fight you, man. I'm not gonna fight you.
Don't touch my fucking feet.
I'm not gonna
You
fight
touch
you.
my shit, I'm gonna bust your melon wide open.
We're not gonna fight.
Then I'm gonna bust your fucking phone.
We're not gonna fight. We're not gonna fight. I'd let you beat my ass up and down the street before I fought you right now.
Ooh, it'd be
I
my
would.
first charge too. And they'll let me walk. And then I'll be here tomorrow to find you again. And I know how to do extensive background checks. So I'll find where you live and be at your front door instead. How's that sound? I haven't even looked for you yet because you're so fucking irrelevant. But you keep fucking with the kids, you're gonna have a real problem. And that's a promise, not a threat.
I'm at the city hall.
Yeah.
Filming a public event.
You're harassing children.
The person who's speaking ran for mayor.
You're harassing
and
children.
The person who's speaking
You're harassing children.
ran for mayor.
I don't give a shit about that. You're harassing children. Put your camera away and listen like a normal person.
No.
No, then. Pussy.
I'm documenting a public protest.
Documenting a public protest.
Documenting children, minors.
I don't know how many videos you had with their faces in them.
It's gonna be jacking our faces later, just to watch.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
You're not going to provoke me to violence, and we're not going to fight. Okay? I know what you're doing.
Well, I'll tell you what, pedophile, racist, transphobic, Islamophobic, motherfucker.
And I apologize for trying to pull down your scarf. I already have your pic. I don't need your face. I already know your face. I was trying to get it in the video. But I'm telling you not to touch me. I shouldn't reach out then with an aggressive hand and touch you. So I do apologize.
Yeah, you assaulted me. You know the legal act can call the police on you right now, right?
I apologize.
Legally, I
for
can call the
touching
police
your
on you right
scarf.
now. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what. You got 30 seconds to leave, or I am calling.
I'm not going to.
Because that was an act of Islamophobia, which is a racist act, which is a federal crime, in case you didn't know that. Did you know that? Did you know that? Okay, go. He didn't want to leave.
You know, is that you've got adults here today who care about you, who support you.
So, with that,
Using your
I can't see my keyboard.
and we're all out in the community trying to use our voices to talk to community leaders. And you've got some of the best here, Tawana and Jess, who've been fighting like hell for you. As I mentioned, I'm an
We're the best here, Tawana and Jess. One on the school board and one just elected on the school board.
Who had the same platform as me. And at NTPS, there's going to be 2 women of color on the school board. I think for the first time ever. And so, slowly but surely with LLC and NTPS, we're fighting for change. And I'm here today because I care about all kids in our community, and because I think we need to come together as a community, not Olympia, not Lacey, not from Water, not Young. We need to all come together to think critically and creatively about how to
Is a face covering for my religion?
that allows you all to thrive. Because you can't learn when you're worried about your safety in school. And so we can grapple with specific
less than 5 minutes.
We heard today, we talked to them about data.
On the corner of 4th and Cherry, and with an American hat, American flag hat on. White. I'd say mid-30s, maybe mid-40s.
I don't want to repeat everything that I've heard today, but you know the reality that SROs have...
I'd say about 5'9", 5'10".
We know that policing in schools increases arrest rates.
Average build, blue jeans, brown boots.
We know that arrest rates for schools with SROs...
It's a blue sweater hoodie with checker patterns.
Without SROs. And that students of color and students with disabilities are arrested at significantly higher rates than their white counterparts. So, we can't ignore that SROs contribute to the school-to-prison pipeline that shifts...
I can't see any, but I don't doubt that he's carrying one. He's one of them good old boys, you know.
In Washington, 84 of our 100 largest school districts have police officers assigned to them. And there is proposed legislation in the state coming up wanting to launch SRO in every school. And when we think about the budget cuts that the schools are facing, this is just a significant investment in attending budget cuts to resources that do work. SROs can provide anything preventative, restorative, and ongoing support as mental health counselors and psychologists.
Yeah, he's about 50 from me.
And smaller classroom sizes, and that's the reality that you all...
He goes by Olympia. Other than that, I couldn't tell you much about it.
I have a challenge to all the adults.
Say again?
And it's that we need you getting involved. Showing up at school board meetings.
Less than 5 minutes.
The loudest voices in the room at the school board meetings are the parents that want police in schools. So you need to be at the school board meetings, you need to be writing letters to the school board members, you need to be coming to city council meetings, because the reality is that Olympia Police Department is staffing most of the SRO positions. And we live in a community where today would have been Timothy Green's 39th birthday. And if OCD doesn't understand that they murdered a mentally ill black man, they have no place in school with our students. So I want to thank the leaders that have been fighting, Solana and Seth, and for the Leftist Student Union and Abolish OSD. You are the most powerful voices in this community on this topic, and we're here to elevate your voices for everything that you can.
He's actually out here filming minors and harassing.
They attended Olympia and had to leave because issues with bullying and the SRO staff at Olympia High School that year. They agreed to write a statement about their experience with SRO.
A smart person at this point would walk away. But you're dumb enough to go ahead and catch that case, and then go ahead and catch that case. Being at an event hosted by minors. It's a double down, dog. Get up.
At 15, I was a victim of physical and sexual violence in a relationship. When I finally was forced to exchange information, finally I had to and some of my peers. The school resource officer knew of this threat on my life and did nothing to protect me. After I won a protection order against my abuser, and my abuser would break this order at school, the resource officer attempted, although unsuccessfully, to discredit me, saying, I was trying to destroy this promising young man's life. The person who supposedly swore to protect and serve used their power to only protect those they deemed worthy, and further the marginalization of everyone else. When this officer supported my abuser, they set a precedent that violence, specifically violence within the confines of relationships, was okay, as well as that public ridicule and violence against victims of sexual and physical violence is a suitable action. Having SROs in schools does nothing positive for safety overall, and in scenarios like mine, we actively participate in the victimization of props to all of you for standing up against SROs, all of the speakers, and these organizations that are here to further this cause. So keep up the good work. Hello, I'm a paraeducator in a school in the school district, and I am so happy that this is happening. Thank you to all the student organizers. Sorry for I just want to echo a lot of the sentiments y'all have already said, and I want to
He just hit his weapon. He just hit his firearm.
The research you all did.
So he's looking to.
Oh, I don't have a problem with him. I do have a problem with you. Police, boards of police, or commit domestic violence. And that's a huge problem for a lot of our students that they experience. The police, the violence that police do is widespread.
Let's go. He's about to attack me physically, and I would like to actually leave before that happens.
Head down. I'm almost. You started heading down. I'll meet you.
No, I don't think we should split up because he's about to attack me. He just went and hit his firearm, and he approached me from the back. So
if you feel that way.
Yeah.
So a lot of us are like pretty passionate about supporting students with like very high needs. I work with students with disabilities, and The only violence I've seen has come from the school system being so rigid and making kids try to put kids into boxes and have them do things that
Let's go this way.
Pretty wild that the passes of the school or the police could arrest your parents and stuff. So when you're like in a situation, the school that kind of mirrors the prison, and you have to go, and you're dealing with struggles outside of school related to poverty, to police violence, to domestic violence, and all the paraeducators, all the therapists at school, all the counselors, stretched thin.
Olympia Chud and Big Red out.